Hello guys, how are you? Our lesson today it's about data type conversion, casting data. We will learn today how we will convert data type to data type. For example, we have a specific value for double data type. We want to convert this value that belongs to double data type to integer data type. Let's see how we can do this. All right, what kind of data type that we can convert them? Do like conversion of them? This is the data type that belong to fundamentals data type, integer, char, float, double, bool, and string. Right? So first, let us know what's going to happen if we convert from data type to data type. All right. We convert from high data type to lower data type, we will lose data. As you see here, long double, double, float, long integer. For example, we say integer data type, the standard integer data type, it starts from negative 2 billions up to positive 2 billions. So if I store here 1 billion and a half, for example, and I want to convert this data type to short data type, I will lose a lot of data because the value that was belong to integer data type, standard integer data type, it's bigger than the range of short data type, because short data type, you said its range starts from negative 32,000 up to positive 30,000. So if I was store inside the variable that belongs to integer data type, standard integer data type, 1 billion and a half or 2 billion, and I want to convert this data type standard integer to short, I will lose a lot of data. Why? Because I convert, or I do conversion from big data type that's hold big value to small data type that hold small value. But if we convert or do conversion from small data type to up, for example, from up to down, as you see on the picture here, no data loss. So if I have 32,000, for example, if I store in the variable that's belong to short integer 32,000, because we say the short, it start, if sign, it starts from negative to 32,000 to positive 32,000, and if it's unsigned, it's from 0 to 65,000. So if I have here 32,000, 30,000 stored inside the variable that belong to short data type, and I want to convert this data type to up to integer data type standard one, I will not lose any data, because actually integer data type standard one, it's hold more than 32,000. So that was the things that you will lose it when you want to do conversion from data. If you want to convert from big data type to small data type, you will lose data loss. From up to down, you will lose data. If you want to convert or do conversion from down to up, from small data type to big data type, no data loss. All right, now we have this small program, hashtag include stream using namespace std, integer main function. Here we have integer num1, num stands for number, and this variable with the assign for it any value. As you see here, it's empty, integer num1 and semicolon, there is no value, do not assign any value to this variable. And here we have double, we use double data type, num2, as we said, num stands for number, num2, number 2 equal 18.99. We assign variable num2 this number, 18.99, number with small function. And here we said num1 equal num2. So we assign the value inside the variable num2 to the num1 that actually doesn't have any value. This method, we called it implicit conversion. We have two methods convert from data type to data type. We have implicit and we have explicit. Implicit, it means that we not tell the compiler that we want to convert the value or to convert the data type to data type. For example, here we said num2 is belong to double data type, and inside num2 we stored 18.99 number with function. But num1, it's belong to integer data type, and integer data type, you said it just hold whole number. So the compiler here, while we not tell the compiler that we want to convert the value that belong to double data type to integer data type, so the compiler will take it implicit. By itself, the compiler will figure out, you'll say, okay, this development very stupid. It doesn't know that it's going to convert a double value to integer value. Compiler by itself, it will erase the 99, will do truncate to the 99, and will just store 18 in num1, because num1, variable num1, it's going to data type. This implicity will not tell the compiler we want to convert to which data type. We not tell the compiler in implicit. But the second method, explicit, we write it like this: num1 equal, and we open two brackets or parentheses, we put the integer, the data type that you want to convert to it, and after that we put the variable. So here we tell the compiler that please convert the value that exists inside the variable num2, which is belong to double data type, which is 18.99. We want to convert this number to integer and store it after that in variable num1. So the compiler know now that should take 18.99, do truncate, erase the 99, and put the 18 inside num1. And same here with this method, it's just different from the second one. Num1 equal integer. Here we put between two brackets the integer, and after that we tell the compiler please take this value in num2, put it or convert it to integer and put it inside the variable num1. But here we use it as function. We have function, it's called integer. It is function, I said we will know in the feature. So we have a function, it's called integer, and after that we open bracket and we put inside the bracket of the function this, we call it parameters. We put the name of the variable num2 that we want to convert it. We want to convert its data type to a different data type. So here we tell the compiler that please convert the data type that's belong to the variable num2 to integer, and after that store the result of the value after you convert it to integer inside num1 or into variable num1. This inside the two brackets of the function, we call it parameters. All right, this both method we call it explicit, which means we tell the compiler we want to convert from which data type to data type. But implicitly we didn't tell the compiler. By itself the compiler figure out and try to do truncate. But the problem is, or the difference between implicitly and explicitly, that implicitly it has problem. Depends about the compiler. If your compiler, like our compiler, if you use it, it's a little bit smart, and the compiler try to figure out, and it will erase for you the 99 and restore 18 inside the variable num1. But there is some compilers that not run for you the code, they give you error from the beginning. You cannot even run the code. And there is some compilers they run for you the code, but they give you wrong number, or they store in variable num1 a wrong number, not 18, for example 16 or 17. So it depends about the compiler. With implicitly it has some problems, some errors to not run your code, or wrong number inside the variable num1 or correct number. It depends about your compiler. This is with implicitly. But explicitly, while you tell the compiler you want to convert from which data type to which data type, there is no problem with explicit. All right, and in the end all of them num1, if you print them all of them, they will give you all of them, they will give you 18. All of them in the end they will give you 18. Now let's go to Visual Studio Code to see how this program works. All right, this is our program. We have here integer number 1 double num2 equal 18.99. Here we use implicit. We assign the value that exists in the variable num2 to the variable num1. It's belong actually to integer data type. So here it is, and we're not tell the compiler we want to convert to which data type. But here is explicit, and we tell the compiler that we want to convert the value that exists inside the variable num2 that's belong to the double data type to integer data type. So here we tell the compiler before we do conversion, and also here the same. And in the end, if you want to print it, display it on console screen, we use cout object num1. All of them, as we said, will give us 18. Let's do run to the program to see what the compiler is going to give me. It should give me 18. Perfect, the compiler give me 18 because all of them was converted to num1, and num1 it's belong to integer data type. Now let's get back to our slides, because we'll take how we convert from string to integer, float, and double. From string to integer, float, and double. All right, how to convert from string to integer, float, and double. We have these small programs, hashtag include iStream, hashtag include string. We include the library that's called string. All right, using namespace std. Library string, it's like cmad that we included before, like iStream. There is library called, or header files called string. All right, and after that in main function we define string data type. We give it name str, like stand for string, equal between double quotation, because it's string we should put the text between double quotation, 123.456. Right, this number is number with function, because there is point after 3, as a text, right, because it's belong to string data type. To convert it from string to integer, we will define integer data type. We'll declare a variable num underscore integer equal. To convert this number from string to integer and store it inside the integer variable, we have something called stoi. S-T-O-I. S stands for string, T-O-2, I integer. So from string to integer, and between two brackets, open two brackets, put the variable name of string data type. Compiler will take the string str that belong to string data type and convert it to integer, because we used before it keyword called stoi, stoi, and it will store 1, 2, 3 inside the num integer. Why 1, 2, 3, not 4.456? Because integer just hold whole number, and the compiler, while I told them that won't convert the string, which is number with fraction, to integer. So the compiler will take just the first three numbers, which is the whole number, and what after the point, which means the decimals and the fraction, it will erase it or do truncate to it and just store for you whole number. But here, convert strong to float, we have something called stof, string to float. The compiler will store whole the number for you, 123.456. And here convert to double, we have something like keyword called stod, stod, string to double. And in all of them, you will use between two brackets. After we use this keyword stod, stof, stoi, we open two brackets and we put inside these two brackets the name of the variable that's belong to string data type. And here, if you come to print them, see out num underscore integer, compiler will give you 1, 2, 3 because you store or you convert from string to integer, and you just take whole number. But here, when you print or display num underscore float's whole number with fraction or decimals. So the compiler will give you 123.456 whole the number that was existing in the string, right? Same with the double. And now let's go to code to Visual Studio to see how this program is going to work. All right, this is our program. We said here string str, declare variable after we define string data type equal between double quotation 123.456. Now we want to convert this number from string to integer. So we will come here integer and we declare variable num underscore integer equal. We will use this keyword stoi, stoi, and we put between two brackets after we define this keyword. We use it. After we use it, we open two brackets and we put the name of the variable that belong to string data type. We put it here, so the compiler will convert it from string to integer, which means inside this variable num underscore integer, it will store just 1, 2, 3, because we convert it to integer and integer just take whole number. And here with float, num underscore float, we use keyword stof. We put the name of the variable that belongs to string data type str. Compiler will convert it from string to float, and here same stod, string to double, num underscore double, it will store inside it 123.456. So the first line of code, if you want to display it on console screen, see out between double quotation the string to display on the console screen, num underscore integer, and we use the name of the variable num underscore integer less than end line, it will give us 123, and here 123.456, and here 123.456, because here float and double they hold numbers with fraction or decimal. Let's do run this program to see what the compiler is going to give us. Compiler should give us for the first line of code 123, for the second line of code 123.456, the third line of code also same like the second line of code. Perfect. The compiler give us for the first line of code num underscore integer 123, num underscore float 123.456, num underscore double 123.456. We can modify it a little bit with some spaces. Here do space, here do space, here do space. After that, do run again to do separate between the text and the result. Perfect. For the first line of code, for the stoi, give us 123. For the stof, give us 123.456. For the stod, give us 123.456. And don't forget to include string header files. Hashtag include and string header files or libraries. Because these keywords, stoi, stof, stod, all these keywords exist inside string header files or string library. All right, so when you do comment for this line of code, compiler will give you error. Compiler doesn't see these keywords anymore. Why? Because these keywords exist inside the string library or string header files. All right, so don't forget to include the string library to let the compiler see these keywords. All right, now let's get back to our slides. We will learn how to convert from numbers to string, opposite. Okay. All right, now let us see how we're going to convert from numbers to a string. We have here integer num1 we assign to it value 123, whole number, integer number, right? You store it inside into num1, variable num1, and we have here double data type num2 equal 18.99. Now to convert these numbers, integer number and double number, to string, we will use to underscore string. First, we declare a variable data type string, and we define a data type string, and we declare two variables. st1 stands for string 1, comma st2 stands for string 2. And as we said before, while the variables belong to the same data type, you could assign or you could declare a lot of variables, right, as much as we can. And we use the first variable st1 equal to underscore string. This is keyword to convert any number to string. So before, to convert the number inside the variable num1, which is 123, to convert this number to string, we will use keyword called to underscore string. It exists also this keyword inside string header file, right? So to underscore string, and we'll open brackets or parentheses, we'll put the number 1 variable num1 inside the brackets of a keyword to underscore string. And same with a variable num2, we'll use also to underscore string. First we'll use st2, the second variable that we declared here with the assign any values to these variables. We use the second variable st2 equal to underscore string. Inside the brackets of this keyword we'll use num2 store inside 18.99, comma will store inside s2 18.99 because we converted from double to string. So if you want to display st1, st2, the two variables that we assigned with the integer number and the one number, compiler should give us 123 and 18.99. Now let's go to Visual Studio Code to see how this program is going to work. Alright, this is our program. Don't forget to include hashtag include the string library, and after that we have here integer num1, we assign to it 123, double num2, we assign to it 18.99. And to convert this number to string, we define a string data type. We declare two variables st1, comma st2. We assign any values to this variable because we want to take these values that belong to num1, num2, store them as a string inside st1 and st2. So how we can store these values that belong to num1 and num2 variables after we convert them to string? We will type it, or we will code it like this: st1 equal, we will use to underscore string, this is keyword, and between its two brackets we will put the num1. Now we convert the first value 123 to string, and we store it inside the st1 variable. And same with the second value 18.99, we'll use the second variable that we declared st2 equal, we use the same keyword to underscore string, and between its two brackets we will put the variable num2. Now the compiler will take the value of variable num2 and store it inside the variable st2. If you want us to display it on console screen, we will just do cout st1, cout st2. Let's do run to see what the compiler will give us. It should give us 123 and 18.99. Perfect. The compiler gives us for the first line of code when we convert it from number to string 123, from number with the fraction or decimals to string 18.99. So let's get back to our slides. We have small homework. This is our homework. I want you to write a program to do the following: convert string st1 for this value that belongs to st1 43.22. This is value as a string. I want you to convert it to double float and integer, and convert integer value, which is 20, that's belong to number 1 variable. I want to convert this value to string, and I want you to convert this value 33.5 that's belong to double data type to string, and I want you to convert this value 55.23 to that's belong to float data type to string and integer. That was the lesson today. It was about data type conversion, how to convert from data type to data type. We called it casting. And see you next lesson, guys. Ciao.